in my domain, got the whole crowd screaming out our name. It's a blowout, it's a hurricane, it's over before you know it. While you shaking, we're a dynasty in the making. We're the royalty, now we're breaking down the enemy. Move over for the soldiers. Take a swing, I can take a hit. If we die, it's fine, we live for this. It's all for this. We're gonna stand on top with our hands in the sky. Gonna raise our cup to the stadium lights. For the glory, for the glory. We celebrate with the city tonight. Hear the hometown cheer, it's the ultimate high. For the glory, we do it for the glory.
The chase towards the chase for the Pizza Hut X Series Championship continues here on the SRA Sports Channel. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here as we prepare for race number 12 of our 4th season of the Pizza Hut X Series. Getting ready to go racing here for the DC Solar 200 at Phoenix International Raceway. We have definitely had a very interesting couple of races for the first 11 races, which have at this point given us a little bit of an idea of the drivers that we could expect to see battle for the championship later on this year, but there's still a long ways to go. 9 more races in total, including our season finale at the Super Speedway of NM Super Speedway, which always seems to be a wild card race. It's going to be very interesting to see in those remaining 9 races who else pops up into the fray. Now, at this point, the drivers that would be battling for the championship, should the chase begin right now, would include Charles Jackson, Jordan Lopez, M McIntire, Scott Roush, Justin Tucker, Mark Davidson, who took the checkered flag last week at Charlotte in the Wreckfest race, Chris Dollerton, Seth Cole, Dougie Shears, Yin Canario, Aubrey Eisestein. Those are the drivers right now that would get in via wins, and that leaves one spot open for a non-winner, highest in the points, and currently that is the points leader, A Baranauskas. But that spot that Baranauskas currently has could be taken away if we have another 12th different race winner, well actually it'd be a 13th different race winner, go to victory lane here today. Also, as I stated, we've had 13 different race winners or 12 different race winners up to this point. If we have a driver go to victory lane for the second time this season in today's race, that could very well be our first confirmed driver in this season's chase for the championship. One driver that knows about being in the chase, that's Ashlyn Boyd. Ashlyn Boyd lines up on the pole position for today's race. Comes into this race currently situated in the 30th position in the points. Had a good run last week at Charlotte, which moved him up into the top 30 in the standings, and now up in the top 30. You can bet that 20 car is definitely going to be looking for a win. Starting with good track position here at a track where track position seems to be a key factor. We end up having only 3 lead changes in yesterday's Tax Slayer Truck Series race. So that would say to me that you'll want to start up front in this race. And that's what Ashlyn Boyd's been able to do, along with Christian Merrick Jr. Kind of ironic that Christian Merrick Jr. starts on the front row with a ride that he put in victory lane back in, I think it was season 1. Might have been season 2 at Talladega Super Speedway. So kind of a little bit of irony there. Jake Rogers also for his first win of the season, and Chris Dollerton wants to be a multi-time winner. He rolls off from 4th. Let's get the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
So as these 42 drivers will roll off behind the Chevrolet Corvette pace car, let's give you your top 10 in the points standings coming into this race, presented by Golden Corral. And just to be clear, it was season 2 where Christian Merrick Jr. Took the checkered flag at Talladega, because Jeffrey Finguy drove the 20 back in season 1 and Ashlyn Boyd drove the 20 last year. Top 10 the points come in this race. A Baranauskas, the points leader after the Wreckfest of Charlotte, 27 points in hand over the former points leader A Navarro. Third in the points is Chloe Ericsson with Charles Jackson in 4th. 5th place J Jefferson, Steve Morgan in 6th. Alex Gray 7th, Jordan Lopez 8th, M McIntire 9th, and Quentin Moore currently completes the top 10. We gave you those drivers that are former winners this season that would be in the playoff spots with their wins. Only 3 of them, though, are inside the top 10 in the point standings. So here we go. 47 laps of racing, a little bit longer than our truck race. We'll have to see if maybe fuel strategy comes into play. And will the old adage hold true about track position? We'll wait and see. Green flag in the air, let's roll. Already they're going to battle for the lead. Boy, Ashland Boyd got awfully loose getting into that corner. You can definitely tell that the track heat is affecting these drivers on cold tires very early. Jake Rogers going to go to the top position in the 16. Ben Braley right on his back bumper as they're 3 wide for second off of turn 4. Rogers, though, trying to block all these lines heading down to 1. Now he enters the corner high. That's going to open the door down low for the K-Love Ford Mustang of Ben Braley. Look at Christian Merrick Jr. up the middle, 3 wide for the lead. What a power move as he tried to get down in front of Ben Braley going there into 3. Couldn't quite do it. And they'll take this 3 wide battle off of turn 4. Middle line looks like it's getting a little bit more of an advantage off the exit of the corner. Ooh, careful. Wow, Christian Merrick Jr. crowding Jake Rogers, now clears him as Ben Braley and Christian Merrick Jr. continue this battle for the lead. Great battling up at the front, and we're seeing a lot more battling for the lead here in this race than we saw in the Tax Slayer Truck Series race. That's a little encouraging. Christian Merrick Jr. coming into this race outside the top 30 in the points, 41st in the standings out of 42 cars. The driver is dead last in the points, also up here in the top 5. Jake Rogers in the 16. Ben Braley, on the other hand, had a solid outing last week at Charlotte. His good finish managed to move him all the way up to the 13th position in points. Now you can bet he wants a trip to victory lane. He'll take the top spot, clearing Christian Merrick Jr. Good battle back here for third. Quentin Moore, Jake Rogers, Zach Flickinger in this group. Flickinger right down there on the yellow line. Now Chris Dollerton switches lanes. He'll battle to the inside of Ashland Boyd. That would be, I believe, for the 6th position. Quentin Moore, who dropped in the points from 6th to 10th after Charlotte. Now up here in the top 5, battling with Flickinger, and we have a battle maybe for the lead on our hands heating up again. Christian Merrick Jr. all over the back bumper of that K-Love Ford Mustang out of Srigley Motorsports, but not able to make the move just yet. Battle for third continues between Quentin Moore and Zach Flickinger, a couple of teammates out of Gardner Racing. Chris Dollerton now moving up into the potentially 5th position. He tries to clear Jake Rogers, and here comes the former points leader from last week, A Navarro. He's now cracked the top 10, as I apologize. I just realized I didn't have the ticker all the way up to the top, so you guys didn't see the top 10. 3 wide down the dogleg back straightaway. Ooh, little contact right there, it looked like, between the 97 and the 1. They keep it together, though. Chris Dollerton already has gone to victory lane this season. Navarro, however, has not. As a matter of fact, Angel Navarro, I believe, is looking for his first win since last season at Las Vegas, if I recall, although I might be thinking of season 2. Battle for the lead is on. Christian Merrick Jr. trying the bottom of the racetrack. Now, we saw in the Tax Slayer Truck Series race that as the tires begin to heat up, the outside line gets the better exit off of turns 2 and 4. So if any driver's going to be able to make any passes, they've got to have a car that's capable of getting to that low line and also creating straightaway speed on exit off the low line. At the top 4, single file for the moment. Ford, Chevy, Chevy, Chevy. And now Flickinger to the bottom for second on Christian Merrick Jr. Now see, what Flickinger did right there is exactly what you got to do. You got to get to the inside, follow it up with straightaway speed off the corner, keep about at least side by side, if not to the left rear quarter panel of the car you're battling. And then you're able to usually make the pass in turn 1 or maybe follow it up here in 3 and 4. Flickinger is going to clear the 78. Nice pass by Zach Flickinger in that 96. Let's see now if he can get up there and do the same thing with the current race leader Ben Braley. So like I said, you have to have a car that's able to run the bottom and get the exit off of 4, keeping the straightaway speed. And it looks like early on here, the 96 is one of those drivers that is able to do just that. He's going to try for the lead. Can he keep it to the left rear quarter panel? Not quite. C Merrick Jr. trying to fill the gap up top, getting that nice run off the corner, tried to get to the outside of Z Flickinger. Flickinger says no. Look at Flickinger, nice run here down the back straightaway. He might be able to make a move again here through 3 and 4. He's looking, here he goes. Can he get back to the throttle and stay alongside the 0-2? I think, nope, not quite. I thought he was there. Good battling here at the front though. We're still looking for our first caution of the weekend. We ran 32 laps in the Truck Series race clean and green, and right now we've run the first 13 laps of this race under green flag conditions. Battle between a couple of teammates, M McIntire in the 9, C Dollerton in the 1, both former winners this season. This would be the battle for the 6th position. Joshua Hyatt trying to make it 3 wide. They are 3 wide further back there. That's Nathan Hudson, Cole Deaver, Canario, Kyle Langeland, Jake Rogers. Nathan Hudson there in the 11 trying to crack the top 10. I think he just might have now. Nathan Hudson, one of those drivers that's a former winner, but he's outside the top 30 in the points. He's 35th in the standings coming into this race. Really needs a good run to get himself back into the top 30 in points, and looking good right now. His teammates out in front, he's running very solidly, just now crossed the line in the 10th position. Now, between him and 30th in the point standings, which right now is being held by Ashland Boyd, it's only a 10-point separation, so Nathan Hudson looking good right now. He can keep this up, maybe gain some more positions. We could see him back in the top 30 in points and back in a playoff position by the time we leave Phoenix National Raceway. One driver that hasn't gotten a lot of spotlight last couple of weeks is Canario there in the 6. He's just outside the top 10 right now. I believe trying to move into the top 10 by the 77 of Kyle Langeland. Canario comes into this race 24th in the point standings. It's been a pretty dismal couple of races for him, trying to get back on the straight and narrow after, of course, taking the season opening Daytona race. Looking pretty good for the moment there in that Selfco Ford Mustang out of Roush Fenway Racing. Back up towards the front. Got a battle for 3rd. Quentin Moore to the inside of C Merrick Jr. And as this battle heats up, 5th place A Navarro is starting to close in. But it looks like for the moment, Z Flickinger seems pretty content to ride behind the 0-2 of B Braley. When we get down to the closing stages, you can bet he's definitely going to try getting back to the inside through 3 and 4 like we saw him doing earlier. I think he was testing the waters, seeing if he could kind of balance the strengths and weaknesses between him and Braley. Maybe putting a little something in the memory bank for later on when a win may be on the line. It's also very interesting, too, that he's riding here, which kind of says to me one of two things. Either one, he's used up all of his stuff early and doesn't think he's going to be able to mount a charge again until maybe a potential pit stop. And number 2, that potential pit stop. He might be riding thinking, okay, we've got pit stops that'll be coming up at some point in this race. Why force the issue? Why not try and do some strategy, let my pit crew get it done on pit road, and we take the lead from B Braley that way. Well, as soon as I say that, though, Flickinger's going to try the bottom of the racetrack, and this time I think he's got it. This time I think he's there. Oh, not quite. I thought, oh, wait a minute. Runs about a half groove lower there in 1 and 2. Oh, he's going to be close. He's going to be close. He'll have a nice run here on the back straightaway. If he makes the move, he may be able to get Braley. Oh, I think he had to check up just the least little bit there, and that killed a lot of momentum going into 3. Yeah, he's not going to be alongside yet. Might have been a little too close to the back bumper of B Braley there going into 3 in order to not be able to kind of diamond the corner and get down to the bottom. See if he's close enough this time. He's going to try it, but I don't think he's going to have enough momentum that time. You can see he was playing with the throttle quite a bit there to avoid running over Ben Braley's machine. Battle is on for third. Quentin Moore has managed now to get to the outside of Christian Merrick Jr. So as these drivers are side by side, Navarro starts reeling them in. Quentin Moore might be able to complete the pass here off turn 4 using that outside line. Let's see. Christian Merrick Jr. hangs on for the moment. Get back to the inside, at least for now. Kind of surprised that Christian Merrick Jr. has been able to hold his own on the bottom of the racetrack. I thought with Quentin Moore getting to the outside line, especially with the exit we've seen drivers on the high side be able to get, that Quentin Moore was going to be able to fly by Christian Merrick Jr. for third. But that 78 car hanging tough down the bottom and still continuing to hold tough. Usually, the car on the outside line off turn 4 is able to get enough of a run on the straightaway to be able to clear by the time they get down to turn 1, but that has not been the case. Quentin Moore going to try again. Quentin Moore is running a little bit higher of a line there through 3 and 4. I think he's trying to get a lot of momentum and straightaway speed, and it may be costing him on entry, which is why he's not able to clear Christian Merrick Jr. for third place. Battle is on for the 5th position. Nathan Hudson to the inside of Angel Navarro, and he's going to, it looks like, complete that pass. That was on the inside line through 1 and 2, so the Nike Ford Mustang is working his way up here. No surprise to see him having some speed because his teammate has shown a lot of speed here so far. Ben Braley in the race lead. So Hudson up to 5th. Battle is still on for third. Hudson, Navarro, they're about to join this. It'll be a 4-car fight for what would be third back through 6th. Joshua Hyatt battling right now with Yin Canario. That is for 7th place. And then 9th place under contest as the caution is out. For the first time this weekend, the yellow flag is out here at Phoenix. And it takes place on lap 28. And there goes the potentiality of any green flag pit stops. These drivers now may end up all coming to pit road under yellow. And if that's the case, this is what we deem the money stop. This could be the pit stop that wins you the race. We've seen already track position is huge here at Phoenix. So you want to get yourself out in front here, and they may have to rely on their pit crews to do just that. Braley coming to pit road. I think everyone will be coming to pit road. They'd be foolish to stay out. And let's follow 0-2 down pit lane, and let's see who's going to win the battle off of pit road here when we will restart with probably somewhere, I would say, within the 15 laps to go mark, I would think. Braley on pit road. Let's go to our pit lane camera here. And let's watch this battle. Coming off pit lane. Oh, contact between Z Flickinger and Jake Rogers. As the winner off pit road was Ben Braley, but Flickinger with contact with the 16, you gotta wonder if that's going to affect the 96 in any way. I don't know if he got any significant damage because of that. Let's look when they cross here, and let's look at the right side of his machine. Looks like he's okay. But boy, that was near disaster for the 96, who did still, after that contact, manage to come out in the 2nd position. Let's take a look and see what brought out this caution flag for the first time this weekend, and the first time here today in the DC Solar 200 at Phoenix. Well, as the tires were going away and drivers were having difficulty with grip, this is what happened to actually bring out the caution. Diego Yepez just slides up too wide in the corner, and he's going to get into Jake Rogers. And then you see further up there, there's some other drivers that get involved in the follow-up wreck. Eli Bright, Justin Tucker, and also I think that was Chelsea Bowles in the 31. We'll look and see what happened to them in just a moment, but the initial caution came out, as you saw there, for contact between the 21 of Yepez and the 16 of Jake Rogers. A lot of damage there on the 19 of Justin Tucker, our winner from Bristol Dirt. And I think the incident with him And Chelsea Bowles Eli Bright was in reaction to the wreck that took place with the 21 and the 16. Yeah, right there you see him yank the wheel hard to the left, does Tucker, and down into the right rear corner panel of the 12 of Eli Bright. Catches Chelsea Bowles as well, and then she, I think, went around off the nose of the 4 of Ryan George. So multi-car wreck here involving Bright, Tucker, Bowles, Yepez, and Rogers. Ooh, almost contact there for the 5 of Phil Parker, actually twice. He almost got hit in the passenger side door by Chelsea Bowles, and then almost took a shot as well from Justin Tucker. And then, Alex Gray trying to slow up to get through here, almost ran into the back of the 19. Managed to get through it, though. That's what put us under the caution for the first time here today. Let's go back for the restart. Lights are out atop the pace car. We're going back green with 16 laps remaining. Ben Braley the leader, Zach Flickinger second, Quentin Moore, Nathan Hudson, A Navarro. That's your top 5. Then it's going to be Ying Canario, Christian Merrick Jr., Joshua Hyatt, Chris Dollerton, and M McIntire, your top 10 as we're back green. Biggest loser on pit road there was Christian Merrick Jr. He came to pit road, I believe, was in the 4th position, restarting back now in 7th place. And with a single file restart, be interesting to see now with fresh tires what these drivers are going to do in terms of battling for the lead. Flickinger almost contact there with Ben Braley, but he's going to get to the inside looking for the top position. Should make mention one driver is officially out of the race, finishing 42nd, and that will be Diego Yepez. All the remainder of the drivers still running and on the lead lap. Here comes Flickinger. I told you, he was just waiting for the fresh tires. To the inside of Ben Braley. Here comes Nathan Hudson as well. He's thinking maybe about 3 wide, and if you look carefully, there is some right side damage on that Nike Mustang, but it doesn't appear to be affecting him speed-wise as they're 3 wide for the lead going into 1. Hudson, Flickinger, and Braley. Oh, little contact there between Flickinger and Braley, and we saw what happened with contact earlier between Rogers and Yepez. That didn't work out so well. As Hudson on the bottom trying to take the top spot. Can he clear coming off turn 4? Yes, he can. New race leader is the 11. Oh, Flickinger with a nice crossover there. Cuts off his teammate Quentin Moore. Tried to get to the inside of Nathan Hudson. Couldn't do it. And now we're going to have to see if out in front, if that right side damage is going to in any way affect Nathan Hudson. It didn't affect him as he fought his way up to the front, but that's certainly going to affect him. That ripple on the side is going to affect him aerodynamically wise, and so we'll have to see if that's going to cost him in the long run. Battle between teammates for second, though, is going to alleviate the pressure off of Nathan Hudson, at least for the moment. Quentin Moore to the inside of Zach Flickinger. Talked about Nathan Hudson trying to get himself back up into the top 30 in the points, 10 points back from 30th in the standings, while a second win would certainly help him in that regard. Quentin Moore, though, trying to look to the inside, not able to do it, not able to get the spot yet. That brings Flickinger back to the outside there in the 96. Quentin Moore, though, says nope, he's going to clear the 96. And here comes Quentin Moore to the inside for the race lead. Nice run out of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Now can he follow it up here through 3 and 4 is the question. Ben Braley spent the first half of this race out in front. He's back in 4th, trying to now get to the inside of Zach Flickinger for 3rd. Is Quentin Moore going to try the inside again here on Nathan Hudson? He's going to have a nice run here out of turn 2 and again gets back to the inside of the 11. To my knowledge, Quentin Moore in his Pizza X Series career has never gone to victory lane. Ooh, wow, he got loose there in the center of the corner. But he did manage to still remain alongside the 11, but my goodness, that 89 was sideways. Hudson continues to get that momentum off the corner, but Quentin Moore is doing a good job of winding up that inside line. Just a matter of trying to get the exit off 4. He's really good in the exit of 2. There you see again, he gets a little loose. But to Quentin Moore's credit, right now it's looking like he's not really lifting to compensate running up into the 11 off turn 4. He is mashing the throttle. I think that's what's causing that wheel spin and causing him to go almost slideways between the corners of turn 3 and 4. It's a mano-a-mano battle The battle for third's going on about a half second behind these two, so it's Quentin Moore and Nathan Hudson that are battling this out. Tale of two different scenarios, tale of two different goals. Nathan Hudson's trying to get his second win to get into the top 30 in points and get a playoff spot. Quentin Moore, on the other hand, is top 10 in the points. If he gets a win, that would put him potentially into a playoff position. So both these drivers know that a playoff spot is on the line, provided who's going to take this checkered flag. Quentin Moore not giving up. He is dogging that 11. And you see right here is where the issue is. You see that Nathan Hudson gets the run off turn 4. So even if Quentin Moore is able to get to the inside on the final lap, I don't know if he's going to have enough front straightaway momentum to be able to get Nathan Hudson at the line. It basically looks like if Quentin Moore wants to win this race, he's going to have to clear the 11 car and get by for the race lead. It's got a little bit of time still to work with. There'll be 5 laps to go this time, and it's a ways back to the third place car, which now is Ben Braley for the moment. He's now under fire from Joshua Hyatt. And now, for now, it looks like the battle for the race lead has settled out. Quentin Moore has to settle in second place. He'll try and rewound up that rubber band and try again. Joshua Hyatt, great run right now for the rookie up there in third place as he's cleared Ben Braley for that spot. Braley and Flickinger renew their battle that they had in the first half of this race, but this time it's not for the lead, it's for fourth place. Chris Dollerton, Matt McIntire, Christian Merrick Jr. back here. They're in a tooth and nail battle for sixth. J Sydnor has now cracked into the top 10. He's up now in ninth with A Navarro there in 10th, but now his teammate to the inside, J Deaver, trying to crack into the top 10 in the closing stages here. Back up to the front as we have 3 laps to go. Nathan Hudson's Ford trying to hold off Quentin Moore's Chevrolet. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was a Ford holding off a Chevrolet in yesterday's Tax Slayer Truck Series race, when Jake Smith was able to hold off, who was it? Somebody, I forgot who. Brandon Joy, I think it was. Down the back straightaway, Joshua Hyatt is clear of third place and now trying to reel in the top 2, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time. Here comes Quentin Moore looking low. Almost got into the right rear quarter panel there of Nathan Hudson. Can he draw alongside as the white flag is displayed? 1 more lap to go. Here comes Quentin. He's going to get to the inside at least. Can he follow up with good exit off of 2? Yes, he can. He's going to be to the inside. He's going to have to drive it deep here in 3 and 4 and hope that it sticks. He cannot lift this time. Here they come to the checkers. Moore on the inside, Hudson on the outside. Outside line kicking in for Hudson. He's going to win here today in the DC Solar 200 at Phoenix. That was basically all Quentin Moore could do short of wrecking the 11. And Nathan Hudson, a driver that came into this race outside the top 30 in the points, becomes the first multi-time winner here in the Pizza Hut X Series this season. Second win of the season, following up his Las Vegas win. The caution's out apparently. Doesn't matter. And this may have done 2 things now for Nathan Hudson. Number 1, it'll move him into the top 30 in the point standings, and number 2, it will put him into the number 1 seed for the current 12-driver playoff grid. How about Nathan Hudson? I mean, you look back at his career in the NNSCRA, ran in the Hershey's Cup Series for most of his career and only went to victory lane once. Lost his charter last year with Michael Norman Motorsports, decided that he would go into retirement, then decided to come out of retirement, signed to Swigley Motorsports number 11, and now has put that car in victory lane 2 times this season. So talk about turning a career around. Hudson with the win. Quentin Moore will have to settle for second, but a solid points day for a driver that came into this race top 10 in the points. Joshua Hyatt will finish in third. Ben Braley dominated the first half of this race, but slipped back there on that restart to finish in fourth, and Z Flickinger will complete the top 5. Your top 10 going to be completed by Christian Merrick Jr., Matt McIntire, J Sydnor, Chris Dollerton, and J Deaver did manage to snatch 10th place away from teammate A Navarro, so he'll finish in the 10th position. Chloe Ericsson will get 11th. Cody Lamas brings it home 12th. Navarro slipped back to 13th. J Jefferson 14th. 15 was K Langeland. And the rest of your top 20 was Seth Cole, Yink Canario, pole sitter Ashlyn Boyd finishes 18th. Daniel Olson 19th. And William Brock completed the top 20. The points leader that came into this race, Andres Baranauskas, finished back in 24th place. And we know that Navarro, Chloe Ericsson finished ahead of her, so the points will definitely close up, you should think. Last time out's winner, Mark Davidson, all the way back in 34th. And Aubrey Eselstein, 32nd. She came into this race 29th in points. This could very well drop her outside of the top 30 in the points. So the three may head into the next race in the danger zone. As you look on down there towards the bottom of the finishing results, Jake Rogers just barely finished on the tail end of the lead lap. He was ahead of the leaders when they came to the checkers. And Diego Yepez was the only driver to finish out of the race when we had that one caution back on lap number 28. It's also going to be interesting, too, because Steve Morgan, Charles Jackson, and Alex Gray came into this race tied for the rookie points lead. Steve Morgan finished in 38th, Charles Jackson in 37th. Alex Gray managed to finish in 30th, so it looks like Alex Gray will take the rookie points lead over heading into our next race as well. But that's going to do it here from Phoenix. Two-time winner now, Nathan Hudson, as he takes the checkered flag here today at Phoenix. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give us a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today. We've shown your full finish results. These are your rookie points and your overall points heading into our next race. The drivers that are highlighted in yellow are the 12 drivers, if the playoffs were to begin now, that would clinch playoff spots. But there's still a long ways to go in this one. Next week, Pizza Hut X Series are off, as we'll only have Trucks and Hershey's Cup Series action from Darlington. And then the following week, we remain here in this state for the Pizza Hut X Series, as they will be racing at the mile-and-a-half track of Arizona Speedway. So you won't want to miss that. We still got to finish off this weekend here from Phoenix, though. Hershey's Cup Series action going to be coming your way next year on the NNSCRA Sports Channel. Offline racing at its best.